Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? And good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you beautiful people. I am Angel Charmaine, your authenticity coach, and today is Friday. It's the close of another week, y'all. And before you head into the weekend, I really want to talk to you all about something that I think is real for so many people. And it is about showing up for you. All right. So this is, let me just tell you, just let me get you ready. This is going to be a strong talking to today because I think so many of us sit in a place where we simply will not show up for ourselves. We expect other people to show up for us. We expect other people to purchase our products. We expect other people to share our businesses. We expect other people to do things for us, to invest in us. But you know what? We don't even show up for ourselves in the way that we are expecting other people to do. Other people to do. And so today, I want to encourage you as we wrap up this week and as we go into another week. I want you to get to a place where you will stop expecting people to support you in a way that you're not even willing to support yourself. So just listen, hold on tight because today is going to be Dr. Latoya. She always comes in. She said, okay, Angel, don't scream at me. Don't yell at me today. I'm telling you, go ahead and get yourselves prepared because it's going to be a strong talking to today. You're going to probably feel some kind of way in your soul. You're going to feel like your toes been all stepped on. Hey. How you doing, Matt? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. So I just want y'all to come on. Harold Best Thoughts, good morning. Thank you so much for viewing on YT today. If you all are not subscribed to the Speak Up Sis YT channel, I don't know what you're waiting on. Come on and join the YT community. All you have to do is go to YT and type in Speak Up Sis. You're going to see us and join our community over there. Thank you so much for joining on YT. Those of you who are tuning in on the TikTok platform, I want to say thank you all so much. I thank you for your daily heart me's. Thank you for loving on the screen, all that good stuff. I really appreciate you. We are not even at 1K love taps on TT right now, so I'm going to ask that you all will just make sure that you power tap on that screen, and I would greatly appreciate it. Wherever you are viewing, I encourage you to share this broadcast with others. I know you know people who shrink themselves. I know you know people who are not showing up for themselves. I know you know people who are screaming all the time about people don't support them, but then you don't even really know what they do. How many of you are accustomed to listening to people talk about, people don't show up for me, my family don't show up for me, my friends, da, 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 da. But then you ask yourself, what is it that you even do? Because I never really see you talk about what you do. I don't even know what you do. Some of you probably have friends who've written books. You don't even know the names of the books. You know what I'm saying? Happy Friday. How you doing? Queen's Knowledge. Thank you for joining me, Natty Knowledge, here in this space. So make sure you bring those friends into this conversation today. You good? That's what's up. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Again, if you are brand spanking new in this space, let me go ahead and reintroduce myself before I jump into this. My name is Angel Charmaine, also known as Natty Knowledge. And I show up in this space at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I'm an authenticity coach, and I want to help you to live your fullest life as your most authentic self. And so I show up just to give you some encouragement, just to give you a little bit of inspiration, just to kind of push you a little bit to do the things that your soul knows it needs to do. But sometimes your flesh just be like, I don't know about that. Okay. I will also show up in this space to teach on so many different topics, so many different things. So feel free to join us here at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And I am doing well, a Queen's Knowledge. Thank you so much for asking. So we're going to go ahead and and jump into the discussion today. Why? Because too many people are out here waiting, just waiting for somebody to support them. They're waiting for people to share their posts. They're waiting for others to believe in them, right? They're waiting for all of these opportunities to just be handed to them. But here's the truth, right? If you won't show up for yourself, why should anybody else be showing up for you? Why? Why? And the truth is that there are many opportunities. However, we simply don't take advantage of the opportunities that are there. I see opportunities every single day. We are scrolling on social media, laughing and kikiing and ha-haing at things all day. We're being entertained by people constantly. Every comedian is on every platform trying to make jokes about something. We are all focused in on all sorts of things that are not directly impacting our lives every day. And the same way you're looking at all the funny and you're looking at all the drama and you're looking at all the mess, guess what? There are lots of opportunities that you can be looking at as well. There are lots of people, lots of businesses, lots of entities who are putting out opportunities for you to do what it is that you say you want to do, but you're not taking those opportunities seriously. You're not willing to take any risk on yourself. You're not willing to show up for yourself. And yet we scream at the top of our lungs that people won't support us and that, and it's just not the truth. Dare I say, we get frustrated because there are certain people that we want to support us who are not supporting us. Let me just jump out there and say that. Many of us are angry that certain people won't support us. It's not that people aren't supporting you. It's just that you're looking for certain people to do it. And when those people don't show up, then you're frustrated. And let me tell you, you're going to be running around in a circle chasing your tail with that one. I highly recommend that you learn to show up for yourself, to support yourself instead of waiting for other people to do it for you, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I told you, go ahead and get it together. Get it together. There are so many of us who just refuse to share our gifts because we're waiting for the perfect conditions. How many of you are waiting to share that book until you just got everything perfectly? You need to figure out how to do all these videos, and you need to make sure you got the right background, you got to have the right light, you got to have all the right stuff, right? You're waiting for the perfect conditions, you're waiting for the perfect opportunity, you're waiting for the sun to be shining and not to be raining. I mean, whatever. Just coming up with reasons. A good friend of mine used to say, is that a reason or is that an excuse? Like, before you tell me what you're about to say, before you say what you're about to say, just let me ask, is what you're about to say a reason or is it an excuse? Because the truth is they're the same. If whatever you're getting ready to say is going to be why you're not actually showing up and doing what you say you want to do, then it doesn't matter whether you got a good reason or whether you're making up a piss poor excuse. The fact is that you are not doing it. You're never going to have the perfect conditions. You're never going to have the perfect conditions. Understand? And I tell y'all all the time, I'm not talking to you about something that I think. I'm talking to you about something that I live. I'm talking to you about what I absolutely know to be true for myself. Speak Up Sis I didn't wait to the perfect time. I didn't have all the money. Listen, I'm still working on getting all the coins. But you know what? I got up. I knew what it is that I needed to do. Didn't know exactly how it was going to be done, but I knew that it was what I was supposed to be doing. And so, you know what? I turned on the camera. You know what I did? I said, okay, I know I'm supposed to be meeting with women somewhere. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to reach out and ask some people if I could host something at their establishment, and let's get to it. Like, all they can do is tell me no, right? All they can do is tell me no. Sometimes we don't show up for ourselves because we're so afraid of hearing no. Let me tell you, if you can get past the fear of rejection, if you can get past that, that funky feeling you have in your stomach when someone tells you no, let me tell you, you can push through and get to wherever you want to be. And I can tell you, I know because I know what it feels like. We are so afraid to ask because we don't want to hear. It's not even that you're afraid of hearing no. It's that you don't want that feeling that you get. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay, clearly I'm talking to myself today because y'all ain't talking to me. And y'all know I don't like to talk to myself. I'm not gonna sit here and talk to myself. Y'all either gonna talk to me, I'm gonna turn the camera off. You gonna talk to me, I'm gonna turn the camera off. That's just the way that's the way that this goes. Okay. Period. Hello, Dr. Latoya. How you doing, sis? Thank you so much for joining today. She says this red is not. Oh, thank you. You liking this beret? This is not a raspberry beret. I guess this is a cherry beret. I don't know. We actually sell these at the Speak Up Sis Empowerment Center. I'm just saying that is definitely a plug, and it ain't even shameless. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Harold Bedstall says, I'm not waiting on nothing. I know that's right. I know that's right. Latoya says, let me tag somebody because everybody is not going to leave me hanging to get yelled at. You already know, sis. No, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you what's getting ready to happen. TikTok getting ready to be dismissed for the day. Because, you know, they like to play with me over there. They, you know what I'm saying? They sitting and watching, they saying that. And so they get ready to get dismissed for the day. So I can focus on my spaces that actually pay some attention and talk back to me. How about that? So let's go ahead and continue with this. Right? Excuse me. So y'all already know that I got some pointers for you. Okay, so I don't like to just talk to people. I was telling my mom this morning. I was listening to this woman, and she just was like wah 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 wah. And I said, Ma, it is so frustrating to me when people talk at me instead of talk with me. And when I feel like you're just talking at me, like I'm not included in the conversation, then I just kind of zone out. You know what I'm saying? So I like for you all to actually talk with me. I like to know that you are tracking, that what I'm saying is helpful, is useful, and that you're getting some practical tips from it. So you know I always am going to give you something very practical, and I'm ending. Okay, I just ended. Y'all excuse me. I just ended my TT space. I don't have time today to be waiting on folks, right? So today I want to challenge you all to stop waiting. I want to challenge you to stop waiting for others and start taking responsibility for your own growth, right? So the first point that I want to make today, I want you to stop hiding, stop hiding, stop hiding, stop hiding, stop hiding. Yes, you stop hiding behind other people. Some of you are tucked real nice and neat behind folks. You think, can nobody see you? If I just stand behind this person, they won't be able to see me. Some of you are hiding behind things. You got this situation, you got this problem, you got this sickness, you got this look, you got this scar, you got this issue, you got this whatever. Remember, I told you all that I started my YouTube channel did not start as the Speak Up Sis YouTube. I started my YouTube channel back in 2017, y'all, and I was going to chronicle my lock journey. And I'm going on an 8 years with freedom. And I started my channel when I first, the day that I locked it up. But 4 months into chronicling my journey, I stopped. Why? Because I had PCOS, and PCOS causes me to have hirsutism, which is a male pattern facial hair growth. So I grow facial hair, like right around in here. And so one day I was doing a video. I was going to do the video on an ACV rinse that I had learned how to do. And it had cleaned my hair, was so nice and all the things. But when I had to get really close up in the camera to be able to show my hair, when I looked at the video, in order to, before I uploaded it, I noticed all the hair on my face, y'all. I was so ashamed. I was like, oh no. I said, now I know I ain't hardly getting no views on these videos, but this would be the video that goes viral. This would be the video that everybody watches, and people are gonna talk about like what's going on with her face, right? Why she got more hair on her face and she got all that hair. I mean, listen, I had already thought of all the things that people would say. So guess what? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. So what do? You hide behind the disorder. You hide behind the issue. You hide behind whatever it is, right? So no, I'm not gonna promote myself. I'm not gonna push my hair videos. I'm not gonna do that. Why? I'm gonna hide behind PCOS. I'm gonna hide behind the fact that I done gained too much weight. If some of you will not put yourselves out there because you don't like the way you look, baby, it's the way you look. It's the it's the way you look. Can I say it again? It's the way you look. You listen. There are certain things about you that you just absolutely cannot change. You know what I'm saying? I can lose all the weight I want, but guess what? This nose is still gonna be nosing. It's. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can lose all the weight that I want, baby. These lips, these eyes, these jaws, this strong jawline. These are cheeks. This is a jaw. They not listen. I don't care how much weight I lose, baby. My face is gonna be my face. So if you feel some kind of way about the way you look, you're hiding behind that, so you won't show up for yourself. I need you to stop it today. I told you today was gonna be a strong day, y'all. Listen, today is gonna be a strong day. It absolutely is. Let's see. If you are in the building, do not sit and hide. I would like to know that you are here. Jaletta says, I won't get on social media to promote because of my weight. See? Thank you, Jaletta, for being honest. And thank you for joining us today. And thank you for speaking and letting me know that you are here and I'm not talking to myself today. So, Jaletta, stop hiding behind your weight, sis. That's all that is. It is a high. It is like, you know what? I don't like the way that I look at this size. And and then what do you say? When I get, so you're going to wait for a time when I lose the weight, when I look this way, when I can get back to what I looked like 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 3 years ago. No, today I am encouraging you. And so Latoya, no, you ain't getting yelled at today. I think Jaletta is first on the list of getting a little fussing at today. No, today I say no more hiding behind because of my weight. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hello, Leanne. How you doing? Peaches. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you. Come on, Harold Bear's Thoughts. It's time to come outside. It's time to come outside. Come outside. No more hiding in the house. Jaletta says, I'm going to stop hiding and do a video tomorrow. And listen, I need to be tagged in the video, Jaletta. I need the tag. I need the tag because I need to see the video myself. I don't listen. I have learned my lesson with y'all talking about what y'all going to do. I don't believe it unless I see it. And if you don't tag me in it, then you did not do it. I need to be tagged in the video. Okay? Come on. Harold Bedstall says, I let go to fall that and just push myself to get on camera. Oh, you let go of all of that. I let go of all of that. That's right. Just do it. She said, oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It didn't get done if I didn't get tagged. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. So listen. So let's keep it moving. No more hiding. We are not hiding. Absolutely not. And guess what? I got a little bit of a scripture for y'all today too. Y'all want the scripture? I need somebody to put it in the comments. If you have not tagged a friend that you know needs to hear this, I need you to do that right now. Yep. If you know you got a friend who is talented, you have a friend who is wanting to do big things, is doing big things, but refuses to push him or herself out, I need you to tag them. I need you to share this live with them. You need to let them know because they need to hear it too. They need to hear it too. All right. So let me give y'all the scripture today. Are y'all ready for the scripture today? Let me go ahead and give y'all the scripture today. The first scripture I want to give y'all today, because I ain't gonna tell you do nothing that ain't already in the word. How about that? How about that? Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16. You are the light of the world. Come through. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. How can God get the glory for the gifts and the talents that He's given you to give to the world if you don't want nobody to see Him? Ooh. How can God be glorified in the gifts and the talents that are supposed to make way for you in the world? How can He get the glory for any of that if you refuse to show anybody? Let's sit with that for a minute. Mhm. Mhm. Hey Tamika, thank you so much for jotting that down. I need y'all to sit with that for a minute. Tamika, you say you was all on TT. I had to let TT go because I don't have time to be playing with folks. Folks sit over there, they don't say nothing. I ain't got time. Leanne says, listen, I have vitiligo, and I promise you, my discoloration bothers other people more than it has ever bothered me. I am so glad I know who I am and whose I am. I have always been a threat to the emotional bullies because I walk in boldly everywhere I go. To God be all the glory. Yes. That is what I am talking about, Peaches. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Own your stuff, whatever that stuff is. And let me say this as well, because I don't want anyone to think that I don't understand. I absolutely understand that whole weight thing because I uh, battle through PCOS as well. I totally understand that feeling of your weight going up, your weight going down. Sometimes you look at yourself, you just ain't happy with what you see. But baby, it's who you are today. Who you are today. Give people the best version of you today. And guess what? If you are not, if there is something that is, if there's something about you that you can actually change it. If there's something about you that you can't change, then listen, it ain't no need to try to change it if you can't change it. Like vitiligo, you can't change that. You might as well embrace it. I have seen the most beautiful models. Understand the most beautiful models. Just think about that. They are modeling. They are what the world considers the most beautiful people. It is not holding them back. It is not holding them back. So why are we letting a little bit of facial? Here's the thing. I have that facial hair thing was real heavy for me, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. It was real heavy for me to deal with. Now it don't even bother me. I'll be like, you know what? It is what it is. You see it, you see it. You don't. That's your business. But I have seen women with whole platforms with thousands of followers who grow full on beards, and they are not a part of the LG community, and they know they are women, like women with husbands and kids or whatever, who are just like, I grow facial hair, and they don't even care. They just let it grow, and people follow them, and they've got a whole platform. And y'all, I'm sitting over here with a little bit of stubble and can't get myself right. Listen, whatever your thing is, stop hiding behind it. Show up. You're either going to do something about it or you're not. Either way, show up. Today, I encourage you to show up. Stop hiding. Understand? Too many of us are hiding our gifts. Listen, not only are we hiding our gifts, but we are also complaining. We're complaining that no one recognizes our gifts, but we don't want to acknowledge that we're hiding our gifts. This is one of the things that gets me, like, it just gets up under my skin when it comes to social media, especially because of what I do with Speak Up Sis. My job in the earth is to feed women as they walk. When the Lord touches you, when you get up and you start, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do what God wants me to do. My job is to feed you, to make sure that you are healthy and nourished and well so that you can do what you're supposed to do. It is so frustrating to have a platform like mine and women will show up in the space and hide and hide, and then will complain, nobody supports me, nobody appreciates me. But I'm like, baby, I ain't seen you post nothing. Let me tell y'all something that I do. I am very intentional about social media, very intentional about who I support and how I support. I literally go to some of your pages. Like, I go to your page with the intention to support you, and baby, you ain't posted nothing in 2 weeks. Now you own social media. You own social media because I see you like something here, you like something there. I see you comment there, here, there, every blue moon. Some of you, your little green lights stay on, but you haven't posted anything in a whole week. You haven't posted anything in 2 weeks. You're sharing, so you haven't posted anything about you. You're like, nobody buys my book. Baby, don't nobody know you even wrote a book. Can we start there? Can we start there? No one knows you wrote a book. And if someone just happens to have seen you or heard you talk about it, well, they don't know the name of it. They don't know what it's about. Why? You don't even talk about it. But you're complaining that no one recognizes your gifts, but you don't even talk about your gifts. Today, I am talking about showing up for yourself. Stop waiting for people to support you and show up for yourself. How can people support what they don't even know exists? Let's sit with that. You posting once a month is not a show up. It's not a show up at all. At all. And let me tell you something. There are so many, okay, I hear you. There are so many of you who are so concerned about what people are going to say about how you are showing up for yourself. Let me tell you, if you are posting about, let me shout somebody out really quickly. I'm going to shout out Tyshika right quick. Tyshika Wright, I I don't know anybody else in this moment in time who is connected to me who is showing up quite like Tyshika is showing up. Baby, Tyshika posting every day, several times a day. Tyshika got reels. She got B-roll reels. She got pictures. She got content just left and right. She just posting, 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 posting. Many of you feel some kind of way, like oh my gosh, she posting all this stuff. But you know what I love about it? She don't care. She's posting. What you all need to be concerned about, not even concerned, but what you need to pay attention to is who has a problem with your posting. Because those are the people you need to just go ahead and block. Anybody connected to you, let me tell you, whenever someone that's connected to me, I see if their stuff hits my timeline and they post something like, I get so tired of people, whatever. Even though I know they're not talking about me, I block them. You know why? Because that mindset is not something that I want to be connected to. I don't want to be connected to people who are posting subliminal messages about folks showing up for themselves. So I just let them go. I know you ain't talking about me. I don't care if you all talking about me, but you're talking about somebody. You are talking about somebody who is showing up in their space for themselves, and you feel some kind of way about it. So I go ahead and remove you from my space. Why? Because the truth is that nobody's going to know anything about what it is that you do if you don't show up for you. So stop worrying about what people will think. Stop worrying about, who ain't gonna like it, who gonna like it. Stop worrying about whether or not, you sound too confident or not. Child, please show up for yourself. Dare I say, dare I say that Oh, I hear you. Because it's always a heart posture. It's always a heart posture. I want you to think about this. Sit with this for a minute. Could it be, could it be that you are so concerned about what other people are going to say about what you post because of what you have said about what other people have posted? I'm gonna go to the comments real quick. I'm gonna let y'all sit with that for a minute. Yes, Harold Best Sauce. Tashika, she stay on it. She does. Jaletta, I'm glad you are hearing what you needed to hear today. Are y'all sitting with that for a minute? Could it be that you are so concerned about constantly posting your content because you know what you have said about people in your own mind? You may not have put it on, you may not have actually typed it, but when you see somebody's content that keeps hitting your page, when you see a friend or somebody that you know and their post, you know that there have been times in your own mind where you was like, oh, gosh, I'm tired of seeing this. Oh, I wish she stopped. So now that it's your turn, you know what you thought. And you don't want those kind of thoughts directed at you. This is why it is important. This is why it is important for us to be mindful of what we say and how we move and what we think about other people. Little did you know that one day you would become an author, but you remember how you felt about somebody else posting their stuff all the time. Little did you know that one day you were going to become a small business owner or an entrepreneur, but you know how you felt. Yeah. Listen, it's a hard issue. I'm not, listen, hey, if I ain't talking to you, then I ain't talking to you. But if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. And what I'm saying is get over it. Get over it. Get over it. Shift the way shift the way that you think about other people so you can shift the way that you think about yourself. And you can just post the content. You can just share the content. And anyone who is connected to you who feels some kind of way, all you have to do is just remove them from your space. I have removed so many people from my space. I have unfriended folks. Listen, because if you don't want to see what I'm posting, I'm gonna help you out. You don't have to see it. It's okay. Whatever you need to do to be able to show up fully for yourself, you do that. Come on, Tamika. Tamika says, yes, that's that guilt, God. Absolutely. 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 We need to get down to the heart of things. We need to get down to the heart of things. When we start talking about the way that we look, the only reason we feel some kind of way about what we look like because we know what we think about other people. We have listened to what other people have said. We've listened to what celebrities have to say. We listen to what the media has to say. We listen to what all sorts of things have to say about the way people look. We buy into that foolishness. And then when it's our turn to show up, we know what people think because we know how we thought. And so now it's difficult for us. And what I'm saying is today, I'm encouraging you to cut that out. Today I'm encouraging you to share your own content daily, to promote your work as confidently as you promote someone else's work. Those of you who are part of the Speak Up Sis community, I want to send out so much love to you all. I am so grateful to those of you who share Speak Up Sis. I'm so grateful to those of you who don't mind talking about Angel Charmaine and sending out information about Speak Up Sis. Because what I know is that no platform, no person can get to their, to the peak or the pinnacle of their success without other people talking about them and sharing them. But I want to say to you today, it is just as important for you to share yourself just as much as you share Speak Up Sis. It's important. It's important. One of the most frustrating things that I experienced with Speak Up Sis is to provide space and provide opportunities for people to be seen and heard and understood. And then those same people are afraid and or are ashamed to even share what's being said about them. There are so many people who have written inside of the Speak Up Sis magazine who don't even share it. They don't even share it. And what I have learned is it has nothing to do with Speak Up Sis magazine. It has absolutely nothing to do with Angel Charmaine. It has everything to do with that individual. That individual feels some kind of way about pushing out things that are about them in their own spaces. Anybody that you're connected to that makes you feel badly about sharing yourself, maybe you shouldn't be connected to them. Understand? All right, let's get on into this next point. Take the opportunities that you've been praying for. Take the opportunities that you have been praying for. Many of you are like, oh God, I just wish I could do this, and I wish I needed, and as soon as you get it, you don't, you looking around, tweet, 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 tweet. Opportunities are showing up for you, and you just looking at them fall by the wayside. Many of you are looking for opportunities from certain people, from certain places. And so if those opportunities don't show up from certain individuals or certain places, then you walk around talking about you ain't got no opportunities, and that's just not the truth. You just don't want to take the opportunity that has been presented to you. And we got so many reasons why. We got so many reasons why. But today, I want to encourage you, take the opportunities, right? Some of you are sitting around, you're waiting for certain people, certain things. You're waiting for the right time, right? And as a result, you're missing out on opportunities. I always talk to y'all about the scripture in Ecclesiastes that tells us that time and chance happens to us all. And my question is always, what are you going to do with the chances that you get and the time that you're given? We are all, listen, fate and chance, opportunities are always going to happen. They're going to come. Some of us may get more than others, but we all will get opportunities. Fate is going to land in our laps at some point. And if you are in the land of the living, you have been given some time. What are you doing with the time that you've been given? Are you actually tapping into the opportunities that show up when they present themselves? Most of you are not. Most of you are not. Ecclesiastes 11:4 says, whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. Some of you are just scrolling. Listen, if there was social media during Bible times, it might say something like, whoever is scrolling will not write. Whoever is scrolling will not work. You're not sharing your gifts because you're waiting for the perfect time, for the perfect condition, right? You don't launch the business because you're waiting for more money. You're waiting to be able to partner with a certain person, right? You won't submit for the speaking opportunity. Why? Because you're waiting to feel like you're ready, or the opportunity that's presenting itself is with a group that you don't know nothing about. Oh, how many of you are not connecting with opportunities because, oh, I don't know them. I don't know her. I don't know him. Y'all know how we do. Who gonna be there? Does it matter? Does it matter? Y'all know how I feel. Whomever is in the room is supposed to be in the room. Many of us are not accepting opportunities because we have that mindset of who gonna be there. Come on. Hey, Jay Will, how you doing? Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. Tamika says, for me, it is one of two reasons, depending on the day. Sometimes I don't want to be that person people are talking about, posting all the time, or I'm just busy. Both of those are true statements for many people. And I'm so glad that you can be honest and say that one of the reasons that you don't post every day is because you don't want to be the person that everybody's talking about. Why is she always posting? Everybody already knows she got a book. She ain't gotta be telling us every day. Okay. We know you got an award. All right, we done seen that. Can you tell us something else? Don't nobody want to hear nothing about who you connected to. We don't care. No, like, right? Come on. People sitting somewhere who ain't doing nothing. They ain't growing, they ain't moving, they ain't doing nothing, they ain't building nothing, they ain't doing nothing. They're sitting down, tearing down some stuff, sitting down, allowing the enemy to help steal, kill, and destroy people's dreams. And we allow them to hinder our progress because of what we think they might say. And sometimes because you know what they might say. My question then is, why do you stay connected to people that you know are thinking that way about what you post? Why are you still connected to them? As you should, Jay Will. He says, I'm taking advantage of every opportunity. Every opportunity. And let me say this. We've got this idea of I don't want to brag. Okay, whatever. Sharing all of the wins that I have, sharing the beautiful things that happen to me. I don't consider that bragging. That is me sharing. The Bible says, rejoice with them that rejoice and mourn with them that mourn. It seems like we only want to do the mourning part. That's it. We only want to mourn, like, oh, let somebody say somebody done passed away. Oh, my condolences. Come with it. If you need somebody to talk to. We only want to mourn when people are mourning. Why? Because misery loves company. We only want to keep company with people who are in sad, distraught, pitiful places. But the scripture also says, rejoice with them that rejoice. So the same way, call me if you need me, if you need somebody to show. Why I can't call you when I'm excited? Why I can't call you when something good happens? Why? If you can mourn while I'm mourning, then why you can't rejoice while I'm rejoicing? How am I going to give God all the glory if I don't say nothing? How does God get the glory in me overcoming this thing if I don't never say nothing about it? That's just like testimony time. Oh Lord, I just thank you for bringing. Well, what did you come through, sis? Like, cause I might need to hear that. How can God get the glory about something that you don't talk about? It's not bragging, especially when you give credit where credit is due, especially when you give God the glory for what it is that He has allowed you to do. Dare I say, our heart postures are not right sometimes. Sometimes we don't want to do stuff because we know our own heart's posture. But ain't nobody gonna make me feel like I'm bragging because I'm simply sharing that God has blessed me. Especially when I know what I done had to endure, especially when I know it wasn't me. I know I didn't do this myself. I know I didn't set myself up for this. I know I didn't make this happen. So I'm going to tell you because I want you to know God is good. And even though you think that it can't happen, I'm sharing this not so that you think I'm so great. Like I'm just braggadocious and brag. No, I'm sharing this because I want you to know that I didn't do it. I didn't think that I could do it, but it has happened. And it is all because of the grace of God. That's not bragging. So we have to think about why we are sharing. I share as it is aligned to my purpose. We talk all the time about Revelations 12 and 11. They triumphed him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, right? And we talk about the word of our testimony. I don't believe in sharing everything. I don't think you have to share everything, but I do believe that sharing as it is aligned to your purpose is important. Because when you share outside of your purpose, outside of the assignment of what you're supposed to be doing outside, then you will start getting into yourself. Then you'll start oversharing things that you really didn't need to talk about. But as long as you are sharing as it is aligned to your purpose, you're going to be all right. So anybody you connected to that feels some kind of way about you sharing what the Lord has done, listen, they're like, block and delete them. You know what I'm saying? And then the second part, she said, sometimes I'm just busy. Guess what? So this is one of those hard ones. This is a hard one. I know it is a hard one. I know it's a hard one to deal with. It is important for us to seek the Lord in everything that we do. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. God has a due time. If you say, the Lord has said to me to do XYZ, and he's put a burden for me to do XYZ, then I'm just busy. It don't line up with that. I know that's harsh. I know that's harsh. I know it's harsh. I'm gonna put some chapstick on my lips for that one, because that's harsh, and I know it is, but it needs to be said. It's different when you're doing something because you want to do it. If you're doing something just because you want to do it, you're like, child, I'm too busy to be doing it today. I can't, whatever. Okay, that's cool. But when you say, the Lord is telling me to do this, and there's a burden for it, and it's heavy on me, and I can and it's like, I know God wants me to do ABC, right, by EFG, but I'm just busy. See, one of these things is not like the other. You are gonna have to make the time to do what you say the Lord has called you to do. Here again, if what you're doing, you're like, oh no, it ain't nothing the Lord told me to do. It's just something I want to do, and I'm just too busy. Okay, well then that's different. That's different then. Understand? Tamika says, made a decision to prioritize because when he puts it in my face, I'm like, okay, Lord, so I'm going to do better. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Let's do better moving forward. Absolutely. And trust, I'm not saying nothing I haven't had to say to myself, y'all. I'm not telling you all to do anything I haven't had to tell myself to do at some point. Understand? You don't share your gifts because you're waiting for the perfect conditions. You don't launch your business because you're waiting for more money. You don't accept the speaking engagement because you're waiting to feel ready. Meanwhile, other people with less talent, less knowledge, fewer resources are making moves. And the reason is because they simply showed up. How many times have you watched somebody moving and you're like, that ain't even as good as mine. Or I could be doing that. I mean, well, you might as well just shut your mouth because that person is showing up and doing the work and you're not. Ain't no need for you to talk about nobody if you ain't gonna show up and do the work. Actually, there's never a reason for you to just be jaw jacking about other folks because if you were doing the work, you really wouldn't be so focused on what they doing or what they not doing because you'd be too focused on what you supposed to be doing. Right? So here's your action step. The next time an opportunity presents itself, say yes. The next time an opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna throw this in here, and I don't see it as a shameless plug. It's just the truth. The next time you see the Speak Up Sis magazine, all of you writers, and you see that it accepts submissions year round, 24/7, 365 days. There's no, oh, I was looking for the deadline. There ain't no deadline. Just submit. Oh, I was trying to see what the topic is. It don't matter what the topic is. Write about what you want to write about and submit. It's an opportunity that sits in your face. Say yes. Oh, I need people to know more about my business. There are advertising opportunities. Advertise the business. I'm doing all this work. I never get any recognition. Nominate yourself for nominate yourself. Like the opportunities are there. Say yes. Stop hesitating. Stop making excuses. Stop giving all these reasons. You're gonna have to take the leap, sis. You're gonna have to take the leap, bruh. You're gonna have to. You have to decide to take the leap and just trust and believe that you're gonna grow as you go. You're gonna grow as you go along. There are going to be opportunities that you're going to take that are going to be more beneficial than others, but you won't know what's going to work until you actually step out there. I have spent hundreds, thousands of dollars on opportunities. Some of them were really good opportunities, some of them were a bust. But I grew in the process. Every single opportunity was an opportunity for me to learn, for me to grow. I know now, I know things that I should do, things that I shouldn't do. I'm able to spot, certain things better than I could before. Every investment I have ever made, I have learned from it. Whether I received a financial ROI or whether my ROI was a lesson learned, there was a return on my investment. I promise you that. Whether the return on the investment was to know how to not get scammed. You know what I'm saying? If my return on my investment was that I picked up a skill that I didn't have before. Every time that I have invested in myself, I have gotten an ROI. Now, the ROI looks different depending on the investment, but I have never invested in myself and not received something in return. See, people will make you think like, oh, your ROI, if you invest $100, then you should get this 100. Sometimes your ROI isn't going to be it's not going to be a financial thing. Sometimes your ROI is going to be that you've gotten some coaching that's going to help change your mindset. Sometimes your ROI is not going to be that, oh, I took this because I spent $5,000. I spent $5,000 on a coaching program before, and I did not come out making $5,000. Now, mind you, I'm gonna tell you when I spent the money, my expectation was that I was going to learn something that was going to help me make that money back. And I can tell you that I did not learn something that where I made that money right back. But what happened? What I did learn was how to change my mind so that I'm able to access some other things in spaces that I would not have been able to access had I not spent the money over here. So I have learned that anytime that I invest in myself, I'm going to get a return on the investment. It's either going to be something I learn to do, something I learn not to do, or I'm going to make some money from it. So you got to be willing. Listen, show up for yourself. You got to be willing to do it. You have to. Stop making excuses. All right. And my last point for today, my last statement kind of moves into this one. You've got to invest in yourself the way that you expect others to do. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. You have got to be willing to invest in yourself the way you want other people to invest in you. I cannot tell y'all how many people have come to me with their hands out, wanting something from me, but they have not invested anything into themselves. It's not even that they have to invest in anything that I'm doing, but when I watch them, I'm like, you haven't invested in your branding. You want me to put, okay, so listen to me, hear me out. I've invested in my branding. I hired a brand strategist and a branding firm. I paid the money, big money, to do the things. I have invested in a lot of stuff to be able to present my business the way that I present it. I spent a lot of hours, a lot of man hours, right? Positioning myself to be a thought leader in the industry that I'm in. And then you want me to come stand behind you. You want me to put my John Hancock on you. You want me to invest in what you got going on, but you're not even willing to invest in your own branding. You're not willing to invest in your own platform. You're not willing to elevate nothing you're doing. You showing up real basic and random or whatever, but then you want me to take what I've invested in to add it to what you're doing to help benefit what you got going on, which you haven't. Come on, no. How can you expect other people to invest in you and you ain't investing in yourself? I'm just saying. I know. Let me go to these comments. Let me go to these comments. Jay Will said, "You better say that." I'm telling you. I'm telling you. My inbox stay full of people wanting me to connect with something. I'm like, I have spent a great deal of money, time, tears into building a quality brand. I'm not going to just put my brand next to anything. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. So folks get mad. Oh, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. No, I need you to upgrade what you got going on so that we match. Can we at least match a little bit? This year, I have said no a lot. I told y'all at the beginning of this year that this is going to be like Shonda Rhimes' Year of Yes, the book she wrote. I told y'all to go read it. This has been my year of no. I have said no to a lot of people. And y'all know how difficult it is. If you've been rocking with me a long time, you know how difficult it is for me to tell people no. But I have said no quite a bit this year. I have said no quite a bit this year because I have spent 6 long years saying yes to all sorts of things, saying yes to all sorts of people, saying yes, 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 yes. And what I realize is that I have been saying yes to people who are not even willing to say yes to themselves. And let me tell you, if I can be transparent and vulnerable and honest with you all, when you constantly say yes to people who refuse to say yes to themselves, you end up lacking. You end up null and void. Listen, because you the Bible calls it casting pearls to swine. That's just like going out and sharing the gospel with people and it's landing on deaf ears, right? When you are pouring in, pouring in to people who cannot even see the value in themselves. If you are pouring into people who can't even see the value in themselves, then you're just pouring on the floor. Understand? So I know there are people this year who may be feeling some kind of way because they've heard no from Angel Charmaine. They've heard no from Speak Up Sis. Can you do this? No, not gonna be able to. Are you coming here? Not gonna be able to. No, 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 no. Why? Because I had to learn that it is a poor investment to invest in people who don't see their own value. To invest in people who won't even invest in themselves is a poor investment for me. It's a poor investment for you. So you cannot expect other people to sow into you if you're not even willing to sow into yourself. Hear what I'm saying? I need y'all to hear me today. You have got to show up for yourselves. The same way you show up for Riri them and Beyonce them, the same way you show up for Popeyes and Chick-fil-A them, the same way y'all keep showing up for the Congress people, the same way y'all show up big for all these other folks who don't know nothing about you, don't care nothing about you, ain't thinking nothing about you. You better show up for yourself. Y'all share more content about things that don't affect your bottom line at all. People know what your political views are. People know what your religious views are. People know what you like and don't like personally. People know what kind of man you like or don't like. People know what kind of woman you deal with or don't, but they don't know nothing about your business. And when you do show up to talk about it, it is a mess. It's below mediocre. It's something you done threw together. And you want people to support it. Baby, you ain't did come on, you ain't put in no work. Yes, Nene said, and can say it without explanations too. I think she's talking about that no. I think she's talking about that no. You have a great day too. Absolutely. Take the opportunities without hesitation, people. Invest in your own growth. Buy the course. Buy the course. I can't tell you how many women, and there are a good few of them. Oh, Angel, I need this, I need that. Okay, sign up for the course. Sign up for the workshop. Show up at the thing. Oh, I just wish I had a community of women to support and women. I ain't seen you at none of the Speak Up Sis events. I ain't seen you at a networking mixer. I ain't seen you in a book club. I ain't seen you at a workshop. You ain't looking that hard because it's right in your face. What the old folks say, if it's a snake, it'll bit you. Because it's in your face. Improve your craft. Some of you are wanting to do things that you need a little bit more skill for. Some of you need to take some public speaking courses. Some of you are planting yourselves in a place where you're speaking to people, but you need to strengthen your skills. Invest in yourself. I'm just saying. And I understand you can't get blood from a turnip. That's one thing I understand. But I promise you, there's so many different ways for you to learn. There's so many different ways for you to glean. There's so many opportunities for you to get what you need that ain't gonna cost you, a fortune. But you got to be willing to show up. You got to be willing to put in the work, and you got to be willing to put in the blood, sweat, and tears for yourself, just like you do for other people. And sometimes investing in you requires you to invest in other people. You got to be willing to do it. If you want somebody to invest in you, you got to be willing to invest in somebody else. Y'all know I love the scripture that says if you need to be refreshed, go refresh someone else. If you need something in your life, go meet a need for somebody else in their lives. It may not be exactly what you need, but you may have something that someone else needs. You may have some joy that you can go share your joy with somebody else. You might have peace. You can go share your peace with somebody who's living in chaos. You might have finances that somebody else needs that don't have it. You may be able to give a meal to somebody, whereas you needed some fix on your car. Go be for somebody else what they need, so that someone who has what you need will come along and provide what you need. Go refresh somebody if you need to be refreshed. You cannot expect people to do for you. You cannot expect people to show up for you if you're not even willing to show up for yourself. So I encourage you today, promote yourself boldly. Take the opportunities without hesitation. Stop worrying about what people have to say. Get rid of people in your space who make you feel some kind of way. And then watch your own thoughts. Be mindful of your own heart's posture as it pertains to other people. Because I promise you, whatever you're thinking about someone else, you're going to be thinking that people are thinking that about you because you thought it about them. And they probably will be. So be mindful. Make sure that you catch those thoughts, cast them down, replace them with good things. Because if you are thinking good thoughts toward other people, guess what? Other people will think good thoughts towards you, and then you won't have to feel some kind of way about what you posting. Okay? All right. Let's see here. Gerald says, I needed to improve on my presentation, and you told me that, and I did. Jay Will said, take constructive criticism and learn from it. That's what's up. And listen, that's coming from a brother, y'all. I'm glad you said that, brother. And I'm glad you're a man saying that. Because let me say, Jay Will, if I would have said to some of these women what I said to you, they would have been offended. They would have cut me off, canceled me, told people don't do business with me because I think I'm all that, or I'm overbearing, or I think I'm better than them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that there's a man. And I'm gonna just shout him out. Gerald Wilson is DJ J Will of Big Boy Entertainment. He is a sound engineer. He's a light specialist. He's a DJ. He's all the things. I say that he is the best DJ, sound engineer, light specialist in the CSRA. He does not just work in the CSRA. He works outside of the CSRA. He will travel to you. I like to say he is the Speak Up Sis a DJ, and I say all the things because he's not just a DJ. A lot of times we're like, oh, I just need a DJ. He's not just a club DJ. He is a sound engineer. He makes sure the music is well. He does all the things, y'all. He's got the lights. He does all the things, and he is amazing. But let me tell you, and I know he doesn't mind if I share this. He came to do the inaugural Speak Up Sis Awards. And y'all know that the awards is a formal affair. Everybody's in gowns and suits and everything like that, right? It's elegant, it's sophisticated. And so DJ J Will showed up in some blue jeans and a t-shirt, y'all. He is in the pictures. He is in the, like, we got on these gowns, everybody looking pretty, and he is in blue jeans and a t-shirt. I don't know if he had that baseball cap on or not, but definitely had on blue jeans and a t-shirt, right? And so I love his work. He and his wife, they are beautiful individuals. They have beautiful hearts, beautiful spirits. And I was like, look, I saw him. He dressed up for something, y'all. I saw a picture. He made a mistake and posted a picture. He went somewhere and he had on some regular clothes, some real clothes. I said, hey, do not, do not show up for another Speak Up Sis formal event in them blue jeans and t-shirts. Don't do it again. Like I said, some women would have felt some kind of way. What you trying to tell me? I could do what I want to do, whatever, whatever. He did not. He was like, okay. And when I tell y'all, I feel very confident in saying that I'm sure as he is building his portfolio, those pictures of him dressed really nicely, looking the part for the program, he's able to present those things in a portfolio of his talent to people who are looking for, what he can do and what he can offer. And it has helped him to get certain types of jobs that he wants, certain gigs rather, that he wants. So here's the thing. Take the constructive feedback. Do what you need to do. Like it didn't have nothing. His talent is awesome. He shows up. He's gonna be on tape before everybody else. So he's gonna do the work. But you know what? His presentation needed a little bit of tweaking. Guess what? He did that. Boom. Love it. So you got to be willing to invest in yourself and whatever that looks like. For Jay Will, it was simply, kind of tweaking his look a little bit and realizing that, you know what, if I'm going to be at this event, I need to have on these type of clothes. If I'm going to be at this event, I can wear these type of clothes. You understand? That's an investment in his brand. So people can see that he's not just a club DJ, but that he does so much more. And guess what? People are willing to pay more because they see that he can do more and he looks the part. It's an investment in self. Ta-da! And it didn't cost him a dime. All it costed him was to listen and to say, you know what? Okay, I think you got a point. Let me see what I can do. So I appreciate you, brother. You already know how I feel about you and your team. So I appreciate you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to end it there with you all today. We're going to wrap today. And all I'm going to say is show up for you. Stop expecting other people to support you if you're not even willing to show up for you. Post the content. Post the content daily. If you have a business, if you offer a product, if you have a service and you are not posting daily, then you are not winning out here. You just not. You're going to have, however you choose, whether you're on social media, whether you're sending out, whether it's email marketing, whether it's social media marketing, whatever you're doing, if you are someone who has to actually talk to people face to face, if you're supposed to be making phone calls, if you're not calling, clients every day or customers every day, if you're not doing something that is revenue generating every day, I talk to like the people close to me. I tell them, okay, today, like I gotta make money today. I need to make some money today. There's some things I need to be doing. Why I got money goals. I need to make this, and some days it's not about money, but it's like I need to touch so many people today. I need to do this today. I got it. Why? Because I got a business. Do I reach all my goals every single day? I don't. But I also am not going to give myself an excuse. I'm not going to give myself a reason to be sorry and to slack off. I'm not going to do it. So I'm saying to you, support yourself. Show up for yourself. And the people who are divinely and strategically connected to you, they will show up for you as well. I have to shout out. When y'all hear me call certain people's names, I do that because those people show up for me. They show up for me. They show up for Speak Up Sis. And not just because like they doing me a favor. Listen, I don't want nobody showing up for me who feel like they doing me a favor. If I haven't actually provided value, if Speak Up Sis has not impacted your life positively, I don't need you to show up for me. Don't do it. You understand? I want to earn the show up. I want to earn your show up. And so those people I shout out, I speak their names. I talk to other people. Folks come to me all the time. Angel, do you know somebody who could do this? There are certain names that just roll off my tongue. You know why? Because those people show up for me Why? Because I showed up for myself and they got connected with me. And because they are in the space, I show up for them in ways that help them make money. Let me say that. I ain't just talking to be jaw jacking. I'm showing up for people in ways that help them build their businesses and their platforms and to help them stand up in who God has called them to be authentically. And with that, I love y'all. Period. Love you with the love of Christ. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I pray that y'all have an amazing Friday. Please don't forget, if you have not nominated a woman for the Speak Up Sis Awards, I don't know what you're waiting on. I will say that there are certain categories that we have less nominations in. And I would like for you to think about um, women who have good hearts. The Good Heart Award is designed for women who are compassionate, who show care for people, right? They are non-judgmental. They just love on you. The Positivity Sis, I'm really shocked. This year, we've not gotten as many Positivity Sis nominations as we typically do. And the Positivity Sis Award is designed for a woman to recognize women who are always seeing the brighter side of things. They can see the silver lining in anything and everything, right? They always have a kind word on their tongue to speak, right, to you. So we have not seen as many, even for the My Sister's Keeper. I was like, what is really going on? This year, what I've noticed is we've gotten a lot of nominations for the Phenomenal Leader and for the Trailblazer and for the Women in Business. It looks like all of our power women and their teams, they're showing up. But y'all know how I feel about everyday women who are making things happen in their communities because they smile at you, because they got a good heart. The Giver Award, oh my goodness. Every single year we have fewer nominations for like the Giver Award and the Prayer Award, which is interesting to me because as women, I know we know women who are always giving. They're selfless givers. Like they will give you the shirt off their backs, and I don't understand why people don't nominate them. I don't understand that. But those are some categories that we're getting nominations in, but we're not getting as many nominations as some of the other categories. So I would love for you to sit down and really think about the women in your life who are givers, women who are prayer warriors, like the woman you know that you can call and be like, sis, I'm going through, right? Nominate that woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. What is here again? Opportunities. Opportunities. The same thing you would want somebody to do for you, do for somebody else. Okay. All right. The Speak Up Sis magazine, don't forget, we got advertisements, we have sponsorships for the awards, all sorts of things. So go to speakupsis.com and you can you'll be able to see everything that we do, everything that we offer on speakupsis.com. There are links that'll send you to all the places that you want to go, need to go. Just go check it out. Okay, speakupsis.com. And I am Angel Charmaine, your authenticity coach and the owner of Speak Up Sis LLC. And until Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all take care, and I will see you all next week. Peace out.